Hey guys, this is Viterai or Christian. First off, before I start the video, I want to point out that I know I'm going to get a lot of hate and a lot of ridicule for this video, just because the last video that I posted was my birthday present, the 2014 Dodge Challenger SXT that I got back in June. I got this car in December of last year, so about 5.5, 6 months from the time I got the 2014 SXT. My dad surprised me with this. I was not expecting it. But this is the 2015 Dodge Challenger RT. Like I said, I got it in December, so it has about almost 7,000 miles on it, which I know is a lot of miles for a car that's only been owned for a couple months. But I love this car. This car is amazing. So I'd just like to go over everything a little bit, and I know a lot more about the Challengers than I did in the other video that I posted. But yeah, so this is obviously a 2015 Dodge Challenger RT in the sublime green. As you can see, crazy color. It has the side stripe. This also has the Super Track Pack and the Sport Package, so it has the paddle shifters, it has launch control, it has the special wheels that you get with special rims and tires that you get with the Super Track Pack, as you can see there. This car is just absolutely amazing. As you can see in the 2015 design, they redid the front fascia and the rear, which I'll show you. I have Xenon headlamps now with the Halo kit, which I'll show you. The grille is slightly different. As you can see, it's split in the center, which I think looks a lot better in my opinion. Here's the left side. But yeah, so this has the 5.7 liter Hemi, which is awesome. The last one was the SXT, so it was the V6, sadly, but now this is the V8. As you can see, here's a nice look at the back. Wow. The redesign in the back as well. The tail lamps, I believe, are now based off of the 1972 Challenger. Instead of the single stripe across the back, it is now the split ones, which I think looks a lot better. The spoiler is also a little bit higher. But yeah, license plate cover there to this side, and that's my sister's car over there, my older sister's car. Anyway, we'll take a look inside. This is the key, new key for the Dodge Challengers. I believe it's the same as the Chargers as well. This is just Dodge's new key. So this also has keyless entry, so if you just have the key fob in your pocket, you can just touch underneath like that and that will unlock it, and then you press the button on top and that will lock it. So again, just touch underneath and that unlocks it. Open the door. It's a little dirty just because I haven't cleaned it in about a week, and I have had it, like I said, since December, so it's had some use. Hop in it here. The door panel was redesigned, which, I mean, is usually expected. This has the Alpine sound system. This has about every option in it except the Harman Kardon sound system, which, as much as I would have loved that, this sound system does sound very nice. The entire interior was also redesigned for the 2015s, and I'll go ahead and do a quick startup so you could hear the exhaust a little bit, but there you go. I'll set the camera down in the back so you could hear some of the revs. There you have it. Pretty nice. Not as loud as either of the SRT cars, the SRT 392 and of course the SRT Hellcat. Just the difference from the 6.4 liter from the 5.7 is an amazing power difference and sound difference. This has 385 horsepower and 410 pounds of torque. With the 392, I think it makes 485, so pretty much 100 more horsepower, and it's only a couple liters, like however many, like 7 liters more, or 0.7 liters more. So sound difference and power difference is absolutely insane. But anyway, so I love the new dials that they have here, and also the speed is also in the center with this LCD panel. But But yeah, so the dials look more like the retro style Challenger in the 70s, which in my opinion is the best looking Challenger, aside from these obviously, but you can't beat the classics. Shift knob has electronic steering. This is your all your buttons, your sport button, your super track pack button, and I'll press that right there. Open the super track pack. You have launch mode, which is pretty cool. I've only used it a couple times. Just makes your if you hold the brake, your tires spin a little bit when you press the gas, and then whenever you let off the brake, car pretty much just takes off. So these take a little bit to load, unfortunately, but once they do here, there we go. So there's your home. Just gives you some angles of the car, which is pretty cool. And then you have your timers. So current, because I just started the car, there's nothing on it right now, but if I go to best, the only thing that I've actually tried is the 0 to 60. I haven't actually taken it on a track, so I don't know what the quarter mile is or the 8 mile is. Those aren't entirely accurate, but my fastest 0 to 60 time was 5.0, which is pretty good considering this car's average is, I think, about 5.5 seconds 0 to 60. So 5.0 is pretty good. Like I said, 6,700 miles. Through here, all your options. You've screen setup, just general messages, audio, trip info, so how many miles or what's your average gas or time that you spent on that certain trip, which are obviously you can reset. Fuel economy, my average is about 15.3, but I do have my foot in it a lot. Give a 16-year-old a 5.7 liter Hemi with 385 horsepower, you're going to get on it a little bit, obviously. But this thing can get in the 40s for gas mileage. It has, I'm not entirely sure what the feature is called, but if you say you get up to speed on the highway or something and you set cruise control, it disables 4 of the cylinders out of the 8, so you can get pretty decent gas mileage. And then as soon as you press on the gas or get on it a little bit, it'll obviously engage all 8, which gives you obviously more power. So it just cuts the power a little bit. Anyway, back to these. You have gauges, as you can see here, coolant temp, oil pressure, battery voltage, intake, air temp, transmission temperature. Pretty cool. G-forces, I've only messed around with this a little bit, but when you're driving, it tells you how many G's you are getting from each angle. For some reason, it says I'm getting 0.02, even though I'm not moving. And then engine. This is my favorite thing. I like to have this up just when I'm running the car sometimes, but it tells you your real-time horsepower, torque, speed, this is what gear you're in, and your oil pressure. So if you were to start driving, this would tell you how many horsepower you were using going that certain speed, or how much torque or whatever speed you were going. So that's pretty cool. The new Uconnect system is by far my favorite system out of any car that I've used, and that's including, like I said, my dad's Lamborghini, as I said in the last video, which, by the way, he got a new one. He got the Aventador. I'll have to do a separate video on that, which would be crazy. Anyway, we also have an Escalade, and we have the older Chrysler Town & Country for our family car, and out of all the systems, this is still by far my favorite, even better than the Lamborghinis in my opinion. But so radio, you have all your stations. I've never actually used the preset stations, so I don't know what exactly those are up there. But you have AM, FM, and there is a Sirius XM option if you pay for the subscription. I think you get a year free if you purchase the car. And there's also traffic and weather. I haven't set it up, but there's that. Media, plug in your phone, or you can play it through an SD card, which is, there's a spot in the console there. Auxiliary cord, USB, Bluetooth, so all your media options. Your controls, you have heated and vented seats in this one. I'm not entirely sure what all the options are throughout the different RT models, because there is an RT and RT Plus. This is the RT Plus, obviously. But yeah, so heated and cooled seats, mirror dimmer if you use that. It's always on by default, I believe. And then you have your heated steering wheel, which here in Florida you don't typically use considering it's 84 degrees outside, and it's April. So climate, here are all your air condition options. Pretty self-explanatory, not really much to say there. Navigation, the navigation is really cool with this one. It actually has the image of a Challenger for your roads, which is pretty cool. And then phone, there's no phone connected right now, but that just gives you all your phone options, so you can there's wire hands-free like calling and stuff like that. And then you have apps. So it just has your general Pandora, travel link, Uconnect registration. There's also Wi-Fi hotspot in here. Never actually used, but you know, that's cool if you're into that kind of thing. Dodge performance control. These are just all like the preset apps that are in here. I haven't actually messed with all of them, but like you've even Yelp, which is pretty cool. Yeah, so that's the media system. As you can see here, I have the what's it called? I'm not entirely sure what the name of the seats are, but this is the top of the line seats you can get. Has the RT obviously embroidered in the back of the seat. Very comfortable, leather. Has this like simulated suede. I'm not entirely sure what it is. Back seats, you don't have a ton of room, but it is a coupe. You do have more than the Mustang or Camaro. I've been in the 2015 Mustang, haven't been in the 2015 Camaro, but I'm pretty sure it's almost the same as the 2014. Very little back space room in both of those. With this, you do have a lot, and you do have, tap the pedal there a little bit, and you do have the rear cup holder if you only have two people. So it's pretty convenient. There's also a lot of trunk space, which I will show you. But yeah, so console, I just have some cables and stuff in there and a GoPro. Cup holders are actually lit. You can't really see because it's still daylight out right now. But at night, these cup holders are lit with like a white glow, which is pretty cool. And then through here, you still have like driver assist, performance. There's like a whole reaction time thing. There's a racing tree, whatever you'd like to call it, for like a 3, 2, 1 kind of countdown to see your reaction time, which is pretty cool. Just standard like vehicle info, and then obviously your speedometer once again. Yeah, so there's also like I said, hands-free calling. You have cruise control, but you also have adaptive cruise control, which is pretty cool in this one. It is an option, so if you don't have it, these buttons will be blank. But the adaptive cruise control, if you set it at a certain speed while you're driving and there's a car in front of you, your speed will change based on how fast the car is going in front of you. So if you set it to 30, but the car in front of you is going 23, it will slow you down to 23 as well, which is really cool. So if you are in cruise control and you don't want to have to constantly use the brake or speed up and constantly have to reset it, adaptive cruise control is definitely pretty cool. The only downside is there is a little sensor in the front grille, which I will probably show you again. Yeah, so that's pretty much it for the interior and the navigation. Glove compartment, obviously. It says Challenger right there, which is pretty cool. Love this color, by the way. Oh, I also do have the sunroof. I don't really use it. This was not an ordered car. This car was on the lot, so if it was up to me, I would have gotten the Harman Kardon sound system, and I wouldn't have got the sunroof. But, you know, that works. Anyway, I'll turn this off here. Show you outside. Fuel door is still chrome if you get the Scat Pack. I believe it is matte black, which is pretty cool. My dog's there in the window. But yeah, so you have the classic Challenger script badge on the side there. And then these are your Xenon headlights. And then if I started up with the key, this is the adaptive cruise control thing that I was talking about. It almost looks like a third fog lamp. But yeah, that is your sensor for your cruise control, and it also has a feature that if you are coming up very quickly in a car, maybe you're not paying attention, or the car in front of you slams on its brakes, the car will alert you that like you're coming too close to something, and it will make like a slightly annoying but loud beeping noise in the car that basically notifies you, hey, slow down, you're gonna hit something. So pretty entertaining feature. This also has the auto start or remote start. So if you click this twice, it'll beep twice. Start up, and here you can see the halos, which are definitely a huge improvement from the 2014 to 2015. On my 2014, I was actually going to put halos in it, but then he surprised me with this, so I didn't have to obviously do that. The only complaints I have about this car is that it is not loud enough. For all that power, even 385 horses, maybe that's not a lot to you, but for that kind of power and that kind of engine, you'd think it would make a little bit more noise. It's still pretty quiet, and I will probably either put it at the end of this video or upload another video just of some driving, just some shots and maybe some exhaust sound because you can't hear too much when it's idle. Chrysler or Dodge has a limiter on it once you're parked, so it can only go to 3,500 RPM, so you can't really hear all the sound that it can make. So I'll just have to put a separate video out when the time comes. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. I hope you guys have enjoyed. Try not to hate too much on me for the car, even though I just got one how many months ago? Almost a year ago now. Only a couple months from a year. About 9 months ago. But yeah, so I hope you guys have enjoyed. Try not to hate me too much, and I will see you guys in the next video. See you.